Now we need to frame up the workout. What's going to happen is we're going to show you 12 of our favorite TRX exercises. 9 of them are going to be strength-based, and 3 of them are going to be great stretches that we'll finish with. For the 9 strength exercises, we're going to show you 3 and even 4 progressions for each. So it should be pretty easy, no matter what your fitness level, to find the one that's going to be right for you. Doug's going to be showing you the easier progressions. Bianca's going to be bringing it with the harder ones. You choose to follow whoever you want, and don't be afraid to flip back and forth and challenge yourself at whatever level you think you can. So I think we're ready to go, and I think you're ready to go. So let's jump into this workout, and we're going to start with the squat. So I want you to grab on your TRX and make sure you adjust it to mid-length. Now once you've got it adjusted up to that mid-length position, then you're going to walk back and make sure that you've got those hands nice and relaxed. Those elbows are just in front of your torso, not too far back, not too far forward. Now here's what Doug's going to be doing. He's going to be dropping right down through both heels and coming straight up, using TRX as little as possible. We're just using it to unload the movement, but only as much as we need. Dropping down and up, and pay attention to alignment that he has between his hips and his shoulders. Very important. Now Bianca's going to take it to another level. She's going to be moving a lot faster and with some power, and we're actually going to have her jumping and leaving the ground the whole time. So now you've seen what Doug's going to do, you can see what Bianca's doing, and I want you to join in right now. Let's go, 30 seconds of it. Bring it down and up, down and up. Now by the time we're done, your legs are going to be tired, so don't let that stop you now, though. We want to get there. Dropping down, and look how nice and deep Doug's going. Just go as far as you can, weight through the feet, shoulders in alignment are perfect, light grip. Bianca's bringing it up and down. Come on, Bianca, come on now. You can go higher than that. Bring it as high as you can. You've only got 10 seconds to go, and then we get to rest. Come on, Bianca. Keep it smiling, light grip. Look at that beautiful squat. It's perfect. We've got 5 seconds to go. One more, Doug. All the way down and up. And rest. Nice job. Well, that's a good start. Now, to go to the next set, we're going to bring it up a notch, and this is going to take it to single leg work. Doug is going to use that right leg as a support as he squats through his left leg. So you can see he's got his heel on the ground. It's exactly the same movement, same grip, same alignment, one leg, different deal. Now, Bianca, you can already see what she's going to do. She's got this leg right up and off the ground, no help, no assist, dropping down and up. We're up in about 3 seconds. Do a couple of them so everybody can see. And go. Let's hit it. On this left leg, down and up. Again, you're probably a little bit fatigued from before, but it doesn't matter. You can do this all the way down and up. Nice work, Doug. Great depth in that squat, great alignment, weight through the heel. And Bianca, she doesn't know it yet, but in about 5 seconds, I'm gonna move her up a notch. We're gonna do some power work. So right now, if you're following Bianca, try that jump if you can. If you can't, just go back. And if you need to, go back and follow Doug. Come on now, up and down, up and down. Perfect job. You got 3 seconds at home. Come on now, bring it and rest. Quickly, let's switch legs. Give him a little shake. You set on this other side. You set. You set. Let's go. Down and up. Perfect. Straight down and up. Now you want to hit the end points of this. This is great work for your legs, great work for your core, and the TRX is amazing at unloading this exercise for you. So follow along. That's it, Bianca. Down and up. Now we've got about 5 seconds. We're going to move Bianca up again to that little power hop. Look at this beautiful motion she's giving us. And now let's bring power hop. Power hop. Come on, Doug. Don't stop. Don't stop at home. You can do it. 5 seconds. We've got 1 more repetition to do. And rest. Nice job, you guys. Well, that's a tough first leg exercise, isn't it? We're going to move in to the next one, which isn't a whole lot easier. It's the sprinter start. So to do that, you're going to leave the TRX in that mid-length adjustment, but you're going to come forward, having the TRX coming underneath those arms, grabbing them with a thumb grip or that inside grip. Now, notice where Doug's got his hands. Right into either side of his chest, framing up his chest, almost tucked right into his armpits. You'll also see his legs are right together. And Bianca's doing the same thing. Now I want you to walk backwards, keeping your weight into that TRX. You're gonna keep those hands right where they are to about a 45-degree angle. If you're following Doug, you're gonna keep your feet right together, and that's the end part of the motion. Look at the downside. We've got perfect angle at the hip, 90 degrees at the hip, 90 degrees at the knees, and as he comes up, he's going to hit it right there, feet together. So dropping down and dropping up, and that's exactly what you're going to do if you're going to follow Doug. If you're going to follow Bianca, it looks like this, coming down and up. And pause at the top there, Bianca. Look at that high knee. That high knee is what it's all about. All the strength comes through that leg. This back leg is doing almost nothing, and that's what you're going to be doing if you're following Bianca. So, you ready?
Ready.
You ready? Let's go, 30 seconds. All on that left side. Driving down and up. That's perfect, Doug. Come on now, down and up. And again, we want to connect the dots Hold that back section, hold the top section, move in between. That's perfect. Nice technique, Bianca. If you're following Bianca, this is balancey. You're throwing that knee up. If you need to adjust the feet, adjust as you need to. We've got 10 seconds. Work it hard for 10 seconds. Come on, Doug. Come on, Doug. I know that leg is tired. It doesn't matter. Bring it now, buddy. Bring it up and down. Last couple seconds. One more rep, Bianca. And rest. Quickly, let's switch legs. Get it together. Switch legs. Doug. Get into position. On your marks. Get set. Hit it. Let's go. Down and up. Down and up. That's it. We're working on the other side. Now we've got a chance to rest a little, but not much. We're really working it now. Bianca's moving it up. Nice job with that. Look at that nice high knee. That's exactly what you want. Bring it up as high as your flexibility will allow. Come on, Doug. I know they're getting a little bit tired, but we're almost out of this quad work. We got 10 seconds to go. Woo! 10 seconds at home. Come on now, Doug. Bring it. Bring it. Come on now. Up, up, up. That's it. 5 seconds. Last 2. One more repetition. And rest. Okay, now we got 30 seconds, and then we get to bring it up even a higher notch. So here's what we're going to be doing. Doug is just going to go to that single leg one that Bianca was doing, pulling that knee forward. All right, so let's see that a couple times. Again, 45 degrees, dropping down, dropping up. Make sure you can hold that position up and down. Bianca's gonna bring it to a whole nother level. She's gonna hop forward at the top, and then hop backwards, getting extra stress in that front leg. So now you can see what to do. We're up in 3 seconds. Get ready, and go. Let's bring it up and down on that left side. Good. Look at Doug hitting that excellent angle at the top. Pulling that knee straight forward. Bring it right to me. Boom, that's it, right to me. Perfect. You at home, pull it up strong. Bianca. Boom, up and back, up and back. Bianca. See how far you can hop forward and hop back. We want that big stress going through that front leg. You got 10 seconds. Come on, Bianca. Come on. Hop it up and back. You got all kinds of energy at home. Let's go, guys. Pull it up. Pull it up. The sweat's starting to drip. It doesn't matter. You got 2 seconds, and let's switch legs, switch legs, switch legs. That other leg's gonna rest. You ready?
Ready.
You ready? Let's hit it. Go, 30 seconds. Down and up. Down and up. That's it. That's it. Again, look at Doug bringing it through there. His alignment is perfect. His focus is good. Look forward into that spot. Find that focal point and work. Bianca, let's go. Come on, I want a big hop back. A big hop back if you can do it. You've got 10 seconds to go. 10 seconds to go. Keep those hands right in tight to your chest. 8 seconds, 8 seconds. Come on, I know we're tired, but it doesn't matter. Last three, and rest.
Nice.
Nice job. Way to go. Now that's gonna burn. Now let's take it down a notch. We're gonna get down to the ground, put our heels in the TRX, and we're gonna do some good hamstring work. Now, to do this, you're gonna need to adjust the TRX so the bottom of the foot cradles are about 8 inches from the ground, or if you're sitting there, the foot cradles should be just brushing the tops of your toes. Here's what to do to get into them. I want you to put your thumbs in the foot cradles, roll all the way back, pull both feet up, and drop those heels in as far as you can, and use your fingers to pull that foot cradle up as high over the heel as you can. Once you've got it, you're gonna lie down just like this and straighten those legs out. And here we're showing you, if you're working on a single-sided anchor, you'll notice you can do this without crossing behind it. All right, so Doug, he's gonna keep his hips on the ground, his palms on the ground, but he's going to engage force down into those foot cradles, pulling those knees as far up as he can. That's his movement. Bianca's gonna do it a little bit differently. What we're gonna see from her is already happening. Her backside is up and off the ground, lifting that tailbone as high as she can, and that's gonna make it much, much harder for her. So, pick your poison, get ready at home, we're up, get set, go. Here we go, that's it. Keep that backside right on the ground, Doug. That's it, perfect job. Again, both progressions have got palms pressed into that ground, pressed into the ground, heels are pushing into the TRX, lifting those hips as high as you can if you're following Bianca. Now you're gonna start to work. Those hamstrings are gonna start to burn. We had a lot of quads working before, now those hamstrings are working. Glutes are up in the air. You've got about 5 seconds, hold it tight. Hold it tight, keep breathing. Come on now, you can do it. You can do it, hold on to it, one more repetition. Rest, nice job. All right, so what to do next? Here's what's gonna happen. If you're following Doug, if you can, bring the hips off the ground and put your hands here on the chest. If you can't do that, just go back to one of the earlier progressions. If you're following Bianca, give this a try. She's gonna move back a little bit away from that anchor point. Palms are gonna be straight up in the air and those hips are gonna come up. And this exercise and this progression is no joke. So we're up in 5 seconds. Show them a couple of them. Beautiful. If you're ready at home, join in. Let's go. Hit it. 30 seconds. There we go. Lift those hips as high as you can if you're Doug. It makes a huge difference as those hands are up. Drive those elbows into the ground. That's exactly what we want. Bianca, excellent work. Bring those hips up as high as you can. Point up at the ceiling with those arms. Point at the ceiling. You got 15 seconds to go. 15 seconds. That means we're halfway there. Let's go. Come on, keep breathing. Keep breathing. Pull those heels up. Come on. Knees to me. Knees to me. All the way up to me. Knees to me. Last couple. Last couple. Right here. One more repetition. One more rep. One more rep. And rest. Nice job. Okay, well, your legs should be feeling pretty done. How you feeling?
Really good.
Done?
Yes.
Done? All right, now we're going to the upper body. So to do that, we're going to start off with the row. To adjust the TRX, we're going to be facing the anchor point, but what I want you to do is shorten the TRX all the way up. For any row that you're doing, you'll always use the TRX in a fully shortened position. So now that we've got that, you're going to walk back, putting tension onto the handles with your arms straight. Now you've got that, let's talk about what Doug's going to do. To begin with, he's leaning back now against the TRX, arms are straight, and notice he's got that offset stance. That's going to allow him to use his back foot to give himself a self spot, take some of the pressure off of it. So he's ready to go. Now Bianca's going to do it a little bit differently. What she's going to do is get a nice wide shoulder width stance, but I'm not very nice, so I'm going to get her to come a little bit steeper, and she is going to do this nice hard row. Now you can adjust your angle just by moving your feet in or out. So, you've seen what Doug is doing, you've seen what Bianca is doing, now you know what you're doing. Let's go, 30 seconds, right away. Doug's got down, and look at this posture he's giving us. Straight line, shoulders, hip to knee, fantastic. His eyes are focused up high on the anchor, and that's exactly what you should be doing at home. Bianca is working nice and steep. Now, if you want to work a little bit harder, Bianca, come a step a little bit further forward. That's the good stuff. That's where all the strength is. Adjust it forward if you need more, take it out if you need less. But the bottom line is you got 5 seconds to go. Keep going, come on now. Right up here, all the way up, look up high at the anchor point. Nice job, Doug. And rest. Nice work. So now we're going to take it to another level. We're going to move the TRX into single handle mode. Now here's how we do that. Grab your TRX one over top of the other. Take the bottom handle, pass it through the top, grab onto it. The handle that's on the bottom now, pass it through the top, grab onto it, and lock it down. Make sure you test it so it's not going to go out. Doug's going to use his left arm from that offset stance just like we used before in those rows. Go ahead and show them, Doug. Bianca's going to do the same thing from that bilateral stance. Pick your poison again. Now we know what to do. Let's hit it. 30 seconds. Go. Driving back. Now what's important here is look at that alignment. Again, shoulders are nice and square. Hand is on his hip. He's tight through his core. Exactly what we want. And you can mess with that offset. Doug, I think Doug can go a little bit deeper. So we're going to push him down just a little bit, still using that offset stance. Now Bianca, she's got that good wide stance. We want those shoulders again nice and square. Good work through her core. And you can see, this is a back exercise, right? But look at what's happening to Bianca's core. You can see it's lit up. And that's what all core all the time means. Excellent job, you guys. Let's switch to the other side. Switch to the other side. Give yourself a little shake. You can rest that one arm. Get ready.
Ready.
In position, in position, in position. Let's go. Driving back and forth. Your arm comes down at 45 degrees, looking up high at the anchor point. Those are your cue points. Core is tight. The hand on the hip is going to help that. Again, excellent job. Look again at what's going on in Bianca's core. That's what all core all the time means. We've got 10 seconds to go. Really focus on this. Look up high. Move a little bit deeper if you can. If it's getting too hard, you're starting to fail, just back up a little bit. You've got 3 seconds. Give me one more repetition. Beautiful job. And rest. That's the back. Now let's move on to what's something for our chest. What I want you to do is lengthen TRX all the way out, and we're going to move to the TRX chest press. So once we've got it lengthened, we'll come forward, leaning into the handles, and there's a couple key things we need to remember. If you find that that TRX is rubbing against your arms at all, your hands are simply too low, you just gotta bring them up. Ideally, that TRX should just be hovering over top of your arm, not touching it, but not with miles away. What Doug's going to be doing is, again, using that offset stance. So he's going to bring his 1 foot forward, his 1 foot back. That, again, allows him to self-spot, puts him in a great position. Let's see it. Notice he's lowering his chest and his hips together, not separately. Bianca is going to do this a little bit differently. She's going to come in this nice wide stance, keep herself nice and stable, and coming down and up. Notice her feet are beside each other, not offset, and that makes a world of difference. So now you know what to do, know who to follow. Let's go. 30 seconds. Down and up. Now Doug and I, we're gonna switch these feet at the 15-second mark. So driving it down and up, good, straight down and up, nice work. Again, look how Doug is keeping his shoulders and hips in perfect alignment. Bianca's working hard, she's just getting into her rhythm. We got about 15 seconds to go. Doug, switch those feet and driving down and up. A ton of core work going on as we do this exercise, just a ton of it. And now we got 5 seconds to go. 5 seconds, keep those glutes switched on, driving in and out. I think we can do one more repetition, down and up. Nice job, way to go you two. Well done at home. So here's what we're gonna do next. We're going to move to a few different variations. We're gonna mess with Doug's stability. So he's gonna have his feet right together and take one foot, lifting it off the ground. There it is, just like that. That's gonna create a rotational force. He's gonna have to manage it here in your core. Now you know what Doug's gonna do. Bianca, we're gonna be mean to her. We're gonna take her right to the very, very bottom and work her hard. So if you wanna work strength, go as steep as you can with that wide stance. Let me see a couple of them from both of you. Now you know what to do. Join in right now. 30 seconds, let's go. Come on now, Doug. Straight down and up. We're gonna switch that leg at the 15-second mark for Doug. That's perfect job. Perfect job, get that leg out wide, get that leg out wide. You got 5 seconds there. Bianca, keep it moving. This is hard down here, hard. Switch that leg now, Doug. Come on, Bianca, right there in that core. She is firing off, as should you be at home. We got 10 seconds, get down there. Come on now, right down to the ground. Right down to the ground, nice.
Let's go, Bianca.
Keep it going, we got 5 seconds. One more repetition, right here, right here, right here. Nice work. Whew, that's no joke, is it? Good work at home. So now let's switch. We're gonna do some shoulder work. So what I want you to do is shorten the TRX up just a little bit. We're going to take it up to that mid-length position. And we're gonna lean back just as we did before with the row, but it's gonna be an extra something to find that end range. So once you've leaned back, you've got that length in TRX just right. What we're going to do is walk forward, finding that T fly or that T shoulder deltoid raise. Perfect, just like that. That's the range of motion you have. From there, you're going to set your offset, and here's where the two progressions are going to be different. Doug has taken a long offset stance. If you look closely at his feet, there's at least a foot length between the heel of his front foot and the toe of his back foot. That makes it a little bit easier. His back foot can help him out of the back of that movement. Bianca's done it differently. You can see her toe is lined up with her heel. It's almost toe to heel, and then from that back to front foot. And that's gonna make it a little bit harder, a little more of an aggressive offset position. Now you're all set up, you know what to do. 30 seconds starts right now. Let's do it. Driving down and up. Now again, we're gonna switch these offsets at that 15-second mark. Down and up. That's it, Doug. You want to keep tension on the TRX the whole time. Keep your eyes up nice and high, looking at that anchor point. Squeezing back here to those rear deltoids, through that upper back. Let's switch that offset really quickly. Switch it and keep it rolling. Bianca's working hard, and you can see it's a little bit tougher as she comes out of the bottom of that movement. That front foot is helping at the top. And you got 5 seconds. Let's just do 2 more repetitions. 1 more rep at home. Let's go. And rest. Nice job. Now, you ask, how can we take that to another level? Well, what Doug's going to do is he's going to work from a bilateral stance or with his feet together. You can see he's found his offset. He's come all the way through. Now, if you can't do this, you can't get out of the bottom, just go back to that offset foot position. Bianca is going to do something different. She's going to do this T-fly like we've done before, but she's going to add in a Y-fly motor pattern. Look how her arms come up high overhead. So now you know what to do if you're following Doug. You know what to do if you're following Bianca. Let's hit it right away. Coming out. Wide arms. You don't want those elbows to bend at all. You want to keep them nice and straight, and don't fall into it on the way back. Control it on the way back. Pause at the back, pause at the top. Bianca's killing, that's it. Straight in. Boom, look at how much is going on in the core. Look at all of this stuff that's happening here in her back. Nice work with these T's. Look at his stance is perfect. We've got super alignment going on, and Bianca's just killing it. She's got that nice high Y, and then down to that T. We've just got a couple seconds left, and rest. Nice job. So, here we are, midway through the workout. You guys need some water?
Yeah.
I think you might. So if you're working out at home, use this break to grab yourself a quick drink of water. And when I say quick drink, I mean quick drink, because we're gonna rock and roll into the core part. And I know we've been talking about all core all the time, but now I think it's time to emphasize it. So if you're working from a single-sided anchor, you should be able to do this whole workout without having to worry about crossing behind it. And here's what I mean. This next exercise exercise is called the rollout series. Now for this, we're going to actually make sure that you're in front of that single side. So first I want you to lengthen TRX all the way out, and we'll get you in position. I'll show you what I mean. In this case, Doug is going to be working from a standing position. So in this standing position here, you can see that his anchor point is right here. Now as he walks back just a little bit, he's not going to cross over that anchor point, and it should work out just fine. So this is what we want to take care of if we're working from a single-sided anchor point. Now let's talk about the movement. You can see his alignment is perfect. His arm's in the same sort of position that it was in for the chest press, but it's going to be different. What he's going to do is just kind of raise those arms up and come back. Now, depending upon your fitness level, you may not be able to go out quite so far, and that's fine. Doug, I just want you to come up to my hand and come back. That's maybe all you need, and it's good. It's definitely good enough. Now, Bianca's going to do this a little bit differently. You can see from her, she's down here on her knees, but still, she's nowhere close to her anchor point. Her feet are quite far in front of it, so there's no problem there. What I want you to do is she's going to roll forward from her knees. She's going to come out a little bit further and come back, a little bit further and come back. Fantastic. That's exactly what you're going to do. Again, pick who you want to follow. Get yourself ready. 30 seconds. Let's go. Down and up. Excellent job, Doug. Now as we extend that lever length, we push those arms way out, we're putting an incredible amount of stress through this core that we have to really stabilize. Make sure those hips aren't dropping in. If you feel this in your lower back, chances are you're going too far, so back off the movement. Bianca's working even a little bit harder, down here from her knees, a little bit of a lower angle. She's working super hard, getting right into that core, right here, and those are the beach muscles. You got 3 seconds to go. Drive it in and out, and nice work. So here's what we're going to do to make that even harder. Doug, you're going to just move to Bianca's progression, so you're going to drop down to your knees. Now what Bianca's going to do is going to turn around and face the anchor point, and this makes it harder because gravity is going to be pulling Bianca towards her anchor point, and her core is going to have to work incredibly hard to slow that down. So we're ready to go? Ready to go? Let's see it. Join us at home and begin. Excellent job. We've got kneeling rollouts happening all over the place. Facing away from the anchor point. Facing the anchor point. That's what it's all about. Come out as far as you can. Really getting that core, but not too far where you can feel your lower back. Nice job, Doug. Way to go, Bianca. Bianca, come on, all the way out. The faster you dive out, the harder it's going to be, and Bianca's face says it all. You can see it. She's working super hard. We got 10 seconds to go. Driving all the way out. Don't let go of that pelvis. If you go out too far, or you're starting to feel a bit weaker, you can always reduce it. And done! Nice job. So let's move on to the next core exercise. And for this, we're starting to get into the suspended work. And this is where it really gets interesting. So I want you to adjust the TRX up a little bit. So the bottom of the foot cradle should be about 8 inches from the ground. That means that when you sit down underneath them, your toes are going to be just brushing the bottom of the foot cradles. So there's 2 ways to get into this. One, if you're flexible like Bianca is, what you can do is just back into the TRX and put your feet in the foot cradles. Easy as that. Now most people don't have the flexibility to do that. And if that's you, that's okay. Doug's going to take you through the easy way. So what you want to do is sit in front of the TRX, grabbing those foot cradles or the handles and separating them. Take your right foot, put it into the left foot cradle as deeply as you can. Once you've done that, you're going to take your left foot, cross over the top, put it into the other foot cradle, and roll in the direction of that top foot, pointing your toes, letting your feet roll inside, and voila! There you are, you're all set to go. Either way it works, it looks to me like we're ready to do the plank series. So here's what's going to happen. If you're new to the TRX, you're new to suspension, you're going to want to follow Doug for this. Notice he's on his elbows and he's also on his knees. We're just going to go up into suspension, hold the plank, and then drop the knees down, and then come up again. Hold it for each one for about 3 to 5 seconds and drop it down. The whole 30-second set, that's what Doug will be doing. Now, Bianca is for you people who aren't new to suspension. What she's going to do is exactly what she's showing you, up on her hands, perfect plank, perfect alignment, and holding it for the whole 30 seconds, unless you need to put your knees down, and that's up to you. So, we know what we're doing. We're set to go. 30 seconds. Ready, Doug?
Ready.
Ready, Bianca?
Ready.
Let's do it at home. Going in. So, Doug's got that. Drop the knees down and pull it up again. Good, squeeze tight. You want to squeeze through those glutes, squeeze through that back, be active through your shoulders. Perfect. Bianca, she's just hanging out right here. She can do this all day long, just like you can at home. You're gonna just hang there, squeezing tight. You've got about 10 seconds. Hang on as tight as you can now. Tight as you can. Smile if you can, just like Bianca's doing. And Doug, well, not so much smiling, but that's okay. Hold on as hard as you can and rest. Nice job. So, that's the prone plank, but now we're gonna throw a side plank at you. What I want you to do is roll over on your left side. What Doug is going to do is he's going to be on his elbow. Notice how his top foot is in front of his bottom foot, heel to toe. He's going to start off right here on his elbow. Bianca's gonna do this from her hand. So here's how the progression works. They're both gonna come up with that top hand as an assist. Then that top hand is going to come to the hip. Perfect. And then that top hand is going to reach up for the sky. You know what to do. Bring that hand back down and join in right now. 30 seconds. Let's come up, guys. We're going to hold on to this. If you have to let go, let go. But try and join in as quickly as you can. You got 3 seconds left here. Looking good. Looking good at home. Hand to hip. Hand to hip. That's it. Perfect job. This is exactly where we want to be. I know it's hard, but you can hang on. You got 2 seconds here. Now let's bring it. Hands straight up. Hands straight up. Tight underneath here, tight underneath here. Look at Bianca working hard there. We got 3 seconds, 2, 1. High fives, that a boy, Doug, and down. Let's switch to the other side. We're gonna give you a little bit of a break, about 15 seconds, just to sort of chill out. Whew, your whole core is working pretty hard with this one. All right, are you ready?
Ready.
Are you sure you're ready?
Yeah.
You ready at home? All right, here we do. Up, let's bring it up with that assist, top arm assist. Perfect job, perfect job. That's it. Trying to get that core working hard. You got about 3 seconds to go right here. Looking really good. All right, let's bring that hand to hip. Hand to hip at home. You can do this. I know you can. I know you can do this, Doug. Come on now, right here. You can do it. You and me, right here. That's it. All right, that's it, Bianca. And arm up, arm up. We got 10 seconds right here. Hold on to it. If you're on your hand, you know how hard this is. This isn't easy. 3 seconds to go. 2, 1. Nice, I get a thumbs up, I get a high five, and we're done. Good work. Now we got one more core exercise, and I know your core is feeling beat up. It doesn't matter. You can do this. And here is the kicker. What we're doing is a suspended crunch. Now, Doug is going to do this from his elbows. He's on his elbows. He's ready to go. He's going to conquer that plank just like we did, but pull those knees right into his chest as far as he can. Look at those nice toes flexed up towards his knees. That's exactly right. Bianca is going to do this from her hands again. She's bringing it one more time, bum up as high as she can, pulling her knees right to her elbows. So, ready at home? Ready here?
Yep.
Let's kick it. Come on now, this is the last set. We can rally for the last set. Here we go. 30 seconds. Dropping them up as high as you can. Bring that butt up. Bring that butt up. Perfect job. Right there. Knees as far into the chest as you can. You've got 20 seconds to go. Bianca, way up nice and high. You gotta get that backside up in here. People at home, you gotta get that backside up here. You got 10 seconds. 10 seconds right here. We got one more set to go after this. That's it. Bring it. Come on, Doug. Come on, Bianca. Come on there. 3 seconds to go. Come on, that's what I want to see. And done. Now, we got one more set to go, and it's not easy. We're going to bring it up this way. So, Doug, what we're going to do with you is we're going to add a twist. We're going to pull his knees first to his right side, so both knees to his right side, and then both knees over to his left after kicking out. It's the oblique crunch, but suspended. Now, how are we going to add this twist to Bianca? We're just going to add a little push-up for her, but she's going to do it from her hands. So you see what to do, you've seen it, you can do it. Let's go. Bring it right now. Here it is, right here. One side, the other side. Trying to twist that body as much as you can. Keep that alignment. Don't let those hips sag below parallel. Come on, Bianca. Let's go. Come on now, right down to the ground, right down to the ground. You got it, that's it. Look down that ground. Focus on something. You have 12 seconds to go until you're done. Come on now, right over here, right over here. Keep your form tight. Keep it going, Doug. You can fight through it. 5 seconds, 5 seconds. Come on now, one more push up, Bianca, down there. And done. Way to go at home. That's fantastic work. That's fantastic work back there. Doug, excellent job. Bianca, way to go. I think that you've earned a bit of a stretch session. and we've got the perfect 3 movements for you. Certainly these guys look like they needed it. So what I want you to do is take that TRX and adjust it. We need to shorten it up so that it is right at that halfway point, making sure you're right at those halfway markers. Then you're gonna grab onto those handles and back up away from it, making sure that your weight is over top of your feet. We're not leaning against it to start off with this that time. This is really important. So here we are. Here your feet are going to be a little bit narrower. You're going to put them so they're about 4 inches apart. So what we want you to do now, they're 4 inches apart. I want you to drop that tailbone all the way back, getting right through your shoulders. Excellent. And just bend the knees slightly, then straighten one, straighten the other, and go back and forth. We're going to do this for 30 seconds. Driving it back and forth. We really want to sink into these hips, trying to create as much rotation as we can. Now, some of you are going to be really tight. Your hips are not going to want to do that, but as we go through this 30 seconds, it's going to get better and better, and soon you'll start to look like Bianca here, who's got great mobility for both hips, and Doug has got some going on here as well. He's dropping from side to side. Now, what you're noticing probably is naturally you start to rotate, and we're going to start to emphasize this in just a second. So what I want you to do is now stand up, just shrug your shoulders a couple times, try and take the pressure off, and now we're going to drop back into it and emphasize that rotation. So as we drop back down, here we want to rotate here towards and really sink into this hip. Take a big deep breath and then come back to middle. Excellent job. Come back out, rotate, sink into the hip, big exhale. There we go, and drop in. And one more time to this side, sink in as far as you can, and exhale. And let's rotate all the way over to the other side now. So over here on this other side, sinking into this hip, it should feel much more open than it did 30 seconds ago. Come back, exhale. 2 more times. Over, sink into the hip and exhale. Perfect. And one more time, all the way through, feeling those hips open up, great rotation through the core. Brilliant job. All right, we're going to move on to our next stretch. And to do that, we're going to be in the same position, facing the TRX, but this time what I want you to do is take your right foot, cross it over your left foot so you're rotated towards the anchor point. Now what we're going to do is drop this hip away. So as it drops away, notice how this arm is going to come right up over top of your ear. We're going to spend 2 breaths in each position. So let's take 2 great big breaths here. Keep trying to get deeper and deeper into the stretch. Once we've done that, we're going to rotate our chest towards the ground. So now our chest is facing the ground. You're going to feel this stretch roll down into the back a little bit further, a little bit lower. 2 breaths there, and now we're going to rotate all the way through, trying to rotate it through as far as we can. Now we're going to feel it come up, maybe through our glute, but across the lower part of our back, and then into this lat of the downside. Excellent job. Let's come up. Take a little bit of a breath, shake the shoulders out, and now we're going to take that left foot, cross it over top of the right, facing the other direction. Remember, your arm is up over top of your head, really feeling a great big stretch all along this long part of your body, from shoulders through to lats, into hips, and for some of you, maybe even down into this IT band. Once we've done those 2 breaths, we're going to rotate to the ground a bit. You'll feel that stretch lower into the back just a little bit more. 2 big deep breaths. And now one more position, come all the way through, perfect job, getting that good rotation. Again, may feel in the glute, up across the back and out the lat of the other side. So wonderful long stretch, and we can come up out of that. Nice job, you 2, well done at home. Our final stretch is our chest stretch, with a few reaches thrown in for good measure. So what we want to do is come forward, find yourself in this chest press position, leaving the TRX still in that half adjusted position. So you're halfway at the mid-length points, coming out, big wide arms. So for this, as we come out in these wide arms, what we want to do is feel this stretch all the way across our chest, and we want to make sure that that back heel stays right on the ground, the toe is pointed right forward, and we're just going to hold this for about 15 seconds. Beautiful job. Sink into it. Keep breathing. Try and connect your breath with your body. Now from here, what I'd like you to do is take the hand that's on the same side as the leg that's forward, and you're going to lift it right up in the air. For Doug and Bianca, that's their left side. So we're going to reach up as high as we can, just as Doug is showing you, taking the stress off the hip a little bit, but now what I want you to do is drive those hips forward, try and get a bit more extension out of that hip on this side, reaching high with that top hand and way back with the other. Now we're going to switch it to the other side, and here's where we're really going to pull in that hip flexor. So same stance, reaching with the other arm up as high as we can overhead. Keep that heel right on the ground, right through these hip flexors, these abdominals, reaching up high and rotating. Now, if you can, like Bianca's doing, look at, she's reaching back, looking out that back arm, and that's going to help improve the stretch. Excellent job. Let's come back to center, release the stretch, and we're going to stride forward with that opposite leg this time. All right, so dropping into that chest stretch, really try to feel it for this 15. Again, that back heel is flat on the ground, trying to get into this hip, squeezing the glute. Now we're going to reach up overhead with that arm of the leg that's forward, reaching up as high as we can, trying to get the stretch right up through this lat, right through this shoulder. We're holding this for 15 seconds. Keep breathing all the way through, trying to sink deeper and deeper in this stretch. Now let's move to the other side. So we're gonna reach with that opposite arm all the way up overhead, and here's where we really get into this hip flexor. Driving forward, driving forward. Excellent job. Really sink into it as deeply as we can. That's it. You should really feel that hip flexor. Keep this glute tight. Heel is right on the ground. 4 more seconds. Hanging on to it. Beautiful job. And looking at that arm just like Bianca's doing. Wonderful work. And now come straight back up. Good. Fantastic job. That's wonderful. Way to go, Doug. Brilliant job. Excellent job at home. That's the full workout. 12 exercises, 9 strength, 3 stretches, and all of those progressions. And that's really important. One of the most amazing things about the TRX is how many progressions you can do. No matter what fitness level you're at, I'll bet that you were able to find a progression that suited you perfectly. So whether you were following Doug or whether you're following Bianca, I know you got a great workout. Now, the next question is, how often do we need to do this workout? Well, if you were to do this 3 or even 4 times a week, you're gonna get some brilliant results. You're gonna look better, you're gonna feel better, and you're certainly gonna be stronger and have more energy. And that's exactly what we're looking to get. Now, we've talked about all these progressions. Well, how do we know when to progress? The easiest way, if you can complete a whole set without fail, using perfect form, following along with these 2, then you're ready to challenge yourself at the next level. So thank you very much for doing the workout. We certainly enjoyed doing it for you. Can't wait to see you next time.